Hey, you guys, what is up? Let me sit you down somewhere nice and cozy. There you go. I've got my camera here, an R5. I'm gonna go shoot at Mississippi Studios tonight for an album release. And the band is... What is the band? This local PDX band called Phone Boy. They're supposed to be rocking. I reached out to them and I said, hey, get me on the guest list and I'll come take your picture. And they were like, our guest list spaces are filled up. And so I reached out to the venue and I was like, hey, I'm a photographer. I want to shoot this band. I want to shoot your venue. So just let me in for free and I'll get you pictures of the venue, the atmosphere, the bands. It'll be a sweet deal. And the venue was like, hell yeah, come on down.
We got you.
That's the first time that's ever happened to me. So I'm going. And it's gonna be fun. I think it'll be a good time. The reason why I reached out to them and I'm like doing this basically for the price of admission, I guess, is because I'm kind of diving into photography. I'm looking for work. I'm trying to get my name out there as much as I can, and I'd love to do it in an area that's like in music, in the arts, doing portraits, doing live music, doing festivals. And so I'm getting out there. I'm trying to shoot as much as possible in those areas. I've got a nice camera. I've got a freaking go-getter attitude. So that's what we're gonna do. I guess I'm gonna take you with me. I don't know how much vlogging I'll be doing at this public venue, but take my GoPro with me. Stay to the end of this video and check it on out. And I'll show you some of the pictures that I get of the bands. So stick around, like this video, get your sub on if you know what I'm saying. Subscribe. Let's get our sub on. That's what we're doing. For those of you interested in my gear, I've got Canon R5. I'm taking my battery grip, not because I need it, but because I want people to see me with a big battery grip on and know that I mean business, you know? Like, this guy means business. He's got a battery grip on. Let's hire him for some other shit that he can bring his battery grip to. On here, I've got a 35mm. I'm also gonna bring 85mm. So I'll probably get some venue shots with the 35mm. Some band shots. This is better for getting like the overall band. And then I'll pop the 85mm on there, that 85mm, for some up close in your face. Or if there's a big crowd and I need to be, you know, in the back, put that on and that'll give me a better shot of the bands. So yeah, that's what I'm working with. Should be a good show and I'm ready for it. Wish me luck. Okay, here we go. I'm about 20 minutes out. So let's do this shit. Okay, I just got out of there. It was a great show. It was pretty good. Got a lot of good pictures, listened to some dope music, talked to some other camera people, connected on the gram. I got a ton of pictures. I'm gonna edit them maybe tomorrow. I'm shooting a music video tomorrow. I'm part of the film crew. Gonna do a grip job. So I'm tired tonight. Gonna go home, gonna go to bed. Wake up early for that, and then edit these after that, and edit this video later. So for now, have a good night. Love you. Hello? Hey, what's up you guys? I'm back. Honestly, it's like been a week. I went there, I shot a bunch of the bands, 2 bands to be exact. It's a low light situation. A lot of these turned out pretty dark, and so when I crank up the exposure, you can see how the quality is a little bit less, but I was still able to get a bunch of good shit. What else? Everyone there was really cool. The venue, it's pretty awesome. There's like a balcony upstairs, so I could get shots up there of like downwards at the band, which is cool. The venue rules was kind of like you could only shoot each band during the first 3 songs or so. Otherwise, just like let the audience have a good time and do their thing without, you know, elbowing people as you're trying to get the best shot ever. I met this guy who was shooting on film. That was cool. And so it was a good way to make some connections and kind of mingle a little bit with other photogs in the area. But I did notice that some of those other photographers were kind of sticking to that front row, and so I decided that it was my duty to go and get some other shots where they weren't going. Go to the back, go to the balcony, try to get shots that I didn't think other photographers were getting, because you got to get creative with it. Get shots that nobody else is getting, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to show you a bunch of the pictures that I got, and I'm going to show you before and after on the editing, and you can kind of see how individualized you can make your edits. So let's do that right now. Let's check it out. Okay, with this first one, I've got a picture of the bar, the bartender taking an order. We got a bunch of glasses in the front, and as we can see, the original is pretty dark. There's a lot of purple and pink tones happening here. So what I ended up doing is cranking up the blacks a little bit and then messing with the colors to kind of go with a classic teal and orange type of look here. I really like that a little bit better than the colors that were happening in the original. This is a vibe. Yeah, that one's cool. This next one is the first band. This band is called New Body Electric. They're great. This picture here, as you can see, the original is very like contrasty. The darks are super dark and the whites are a little bit blown out, and so it's pretty dope. There's a lot of cool colors in here, but I wanted to do something a little more stylistic with it. I came up with this, and I think it's pretty sick. I think it's a pretty significant upgrade. It's very stylized. I think it's cool, and I think it's something that the band can use for like promotional material and stuff like that, so I was happy with that one. Pretty dope. This is the drummer of New Body Electric. The colors and tones are very similar to that last picture. I think what I did here was I copied what I did over to that other one to this one and then made whatever adjustments. So this is a point at the show where I was just like, I had a bunch of pictures and I was like, what else can I do to make this interesting? And I was like, oh, how about I slow down my shutter speed and see if I can get some motion captured in a picture, which is tough with bands because oftentimes they're moving their whole body. But if you can find somebody who's only moving one part of their body but staying pretty still, you can catch something like this. So she's like kind of moving a little bit, but for the most part, like her hand was grooving. She's shaking a shaker right here, and so that's why I think this picture is dope. I really liked that. I thought that was a cool one. Okay, this next one is the headliner, Foam Boy. This is a cool shot. This is a shot when I was in the front. People were not getting right up close to the front, which was cool. And so there was maybe like 3 or 4 feet. I got in there, I was low, I was under the crowd, so I wasn't really disturbing anybody, and I was shooting upwards at the artists. And part of the reason I love this shot is these lights in the background really make like this fog atmosphere. So I was getting some dramatic shots, and the singer was doing all sorts of interesting, introspective movements, and so I captured this one and I thought it was cool. I just love the vibe. It gives you like this classic 70s type of color scheme, especially with this shirt. This shirt's too cool. His name's August, and he showed the keys, and this is a cool picture. This one's really cool because he has this backlight on his outline, on his silhouette. Also, he has this other light coming in on his face from the right here. I think the lighting just really worked for this shot and turned out really cool. You could tell he was happy with that one because he showed that on the gram. If you can ever get an opportunity to shoot a trumpet player, totally do it. Just brass instruments in general make some of the coolest photography shots, I think, especially with the concert lighting and everything. So I don't know this guy's name or anything, but he was totally slaying that horn. For this shot, I was looking for something different and unique. So there's a staircase off to the right. Through the staircase, there's lights going up and down the beams. So I found a little peek hole through the staircase, and and the lights, and I thought it was the coolest thing. So for each band, I went back to this spot and I took a few shots because I just thought this was so unique and interesting, and I knew that I could do something with these lights, and just like the bouquet of the lights up front while you're focusing on the instrument in the background, I just thought it was the coolest thing. It's just a vibe. What do you guys think? You guys like that one? Let me know what you think in the chat. For this song, the rest of the band had walked off stage, and it was kind of like just a solo song where the singer picked up a guitar and kind of just did this nice little mellow piece. And so I went up to the balcony and I cut some really cool shots of the singer just singularly on stage, and I got this shot and I was like, how cool is this with just all the instruments in the background? I think it works, and I really went for like this kind of retro aesthetic. So yeah, that one's dope. I like that. That one went on my website, jpbogan.com. And so did this next one. This is another one where the band was gone, and so it was a perfect opportunity to get this singer right up front, center shot, surrounded by instruments again. I had to go to the back of the theater with my 85mm and just head on straight, and this is such a cool shot. And I was like, you know what, the lights in this one are so basic, so just regular. There's not a whole lot of colors in this anyways, so I'm just gonna bring it back, black and white baby, and it's gonna look cool. It's gonna be all about the contrasts. It ended up being really sick, and I didn't want to go too light. You know, there was plenty of vignette around this person already from just the nature of the spotlight, but I, cranked that a little bit, really leaned into the drama of this picture, and I think it came out super dope. Yeah, I really like that one too. So, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, smash the like, smash the subscribe, and tune in for other videos. You can follow me on my socials on Instagram at jpbogan_. That's where I post most of my photography stuff. I also do some fun stories and inspiration and stuff like that. So come on down for a good time and follow along. Otherwise, love you guys so much. Take care. Take care of the ones you love. Take care of yourself. Gosh dang it. And I'll see you in the next video. Love you. Bye-bye.